Okay, my name is Danielle Partial, and this is my technology proposal. A little background about my school. I teach at Park Center High School in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. It is a 9th through 12th grade school in the Osseo Area School District. So my proposal was created mostly with Park Center in mind, but I did discuss the costs and kind of what it would look like if the entire district adopted my proposal. Park Center has about 2,100 students, and they are currently one-to-one with iPads. And kind of the issue I wanted to address is that the iPads are often broken, cracked, the charging cables are cracked or lost. It is expensive to repair them, and so a lot of people just don't repair them and they just have a broken iPad. So my proposal is to find a different alternative one-to-one device. Find something that's more durable and less expensive to both purchase and repair to kind of lessen the burden on Park Center families for having the one-to-one device. A benefit would be adding a keyboard, but that is not necessarily required. As a math teacher, I actually really prefer the handwriting ability on the iPad. And so after some research, I decided between the Dell Chromebook 11 and the Asus Chromebook 202. And so here are some examples of both. So on the picture on the right, you can see the blue bumper all the way around. They actually all have that. It just happens to be a different color in that picture. So a very rugged device. It's made to be put in backpacks. It's made for student use. It opens completely flat, which is both a collaborative benefit, but also a kind of repair benefit. Students who open it a little too vigorously, who maybe carry it by the screen, although they should not, it's not going to break the hinge because the hinge can go completely flat. This model is a touchscreen model, making it a little bit more expensive, but hopefully saving or keeping some of those handwriting abilities that the iPads have. The other model we were looking at was the Asus Chromebook C202, and a lot of similar features. It's got the rubber rugged bumper around the edge. Both are spill proof on the keyboard and trackpad there. This one also opens completely flat. Once again, both collaboration and repair benefits. This one is not touchscreen, which means it's about $190 cheaper than the other model. So deciding which one and implementing them, I would want to run a pilot program using both models or models of both of them in different classrooms, and especially testing that touchscreen. Is that worth the investment? Because if it isn't, $100 per device is quite a jump between those devices. After deciding which one, I would want to make sure there are teacher mentors, ideally the teachers from the pilot program, to help the tech program roll it out, tech department roll it out, to kind of be the people on the ground answering questions and knowing a little bit more about the device in each school. As Park Center and the Osseo School District are one-to-one with iPads right now, I think a lot of people are used to having that one-to-one device in class, and so I would not want to kind of take that away from them. So while I don't think rolling out all grades at once is always the best idea, the fact that we already have one-to-one devices, I think we need to keep something similar in place. And I certainly would not want to be supporting both the Chromebooks and the iPads at the same time. So kind of just switch them over, get those iPads out of there once we decide. Couple options for implementation. So this is the first one I came up with, and actually just kind of realized we would have 1 year where we're buying a lot of new ones at once. And so upon reflection, came up with this model where after the first 2 years, the sophomores would get a new model, and then basically costs would be consistent after that third school year with the full implementation. So this one I think is definitely better. The life of the Chromebooks is about 5 years, so we would want to use them about 4 years in the school. We don't really want to push it to the end of that lifespan, just because that last year would probably get really expensive with replacements and repairs. And then, so students would have one device from 6th grade to 9th grade. And then in 10th grade, they would get a new device to use for the rest of high school, and they would have the option of buying that device at the end of high school, either to take it with them to college or just to have in their life after high school at an affordable cost. It also helps the district reap some of the costs back to continue to buy new devices. So professional development would start as soon as the device is chosen. The teachers would get the pilot program Chromebooks so that they could get them in the spring and have the summer to kind of work on them and maybe start lesson planning with them. During the summer, I would have a required summer session on technology and then an optional one for teachers who do want to put more work into it and want to get more support with what they're doing. Each district-wide professional development day would have at least a 1-hour session devoted to technology, either just kind of a roundtable question and answer, what's going on, and especially some opportunities to let teachers highlight what they are doing in their classroom that's working. So evaluating the success of the implementation, these 6 goals were on the district's latest technology plan. So I definitely think these things should be considered using the device. So some of these are something the technology staff would be in charge of, like transforming teaching by providing staff technology resources and development. That's something the district has to provide for the teachers. And then other things are things teachers are doing in their classrooms. So creating conditions, expectations, to maximize the current technology, that third goal. And so I would want to make sure that we are getting input from teachers, students, and parents. So I would assume students and parents maybe once or twice a year, just kind of how are these working in your household? What are you seeing that is helping your child? What are you seeing that might be hindering your child by having these devices? And then from teachers, a more in-depth survey of like, what are you doing and what do you need from the district? And then back to the original goal of the switch is just making sure that this device that was chosen is reducing cost to the school and families. So the initial cost is lower for both of those 2 devices compared to an iPad, but then making sure that they're needing less repairs than the iPads did, that those repairs are hopefully cheaper than each iPad repair, and that, we're just having a easier burden of use and ownership for the families in the district, as well as adding to the education. All right, thank you, and hope you enjoy the proposal.